nasty game. They got ahead 4-0, and they got beat 6-5. Ridiculous.
Still playing 600 ball. 500.
550, something like that. Now they flattened out. Just. And you got guys like Darvish pitching, and he gets a 4-0 lead. He can't hold it. You get 4 runs on the top in the top part of the inning, gives them up in the bottom.
I saw him pitch at World Baseball Classic. Where he came in. I would have thought he would have done better, but I've been impressed with him.
We got Quintana going tonight. Quintana's a 50-50 guy too. Some nights he's great, some nights he's not. Oh,
Jimmy, how are you?
I'm good, Don. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
Good.
Did your board meeting go good last week?
You did. You did.
Construction's coming along.
It's coming along. I understand we've got a little controversy here with the alderman vote and stuff, though. It's done. Okay.
The grants were approved.
Good. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, the work's looking good over there. Rain will hold off a little bit. Things are going good.
You didn't have any wind issues at all?
No, not that I'm aware of.
It was an amazing win.
Yeah, no, it was.
The police chief's house got hit by the tornado copper.
Yeah. I was in Austin when that thing hit,
I
so
hear you say you lost a key employee.
there's a few trees around down here, so.
Yeah, she was one of my most experienced festival people.
We lost the cougar, but I called the cougar
One
then.
at a time.
Oh, did we?
Across from the games.
Yeah, from across from Lynette's. Did the cougar came down?
Came down, the whole thing came down.
No kidding. I didn't.
My daughter did that. I think you need to follow. They were riding a bike somewhere.
But that was an old.
I started saying that's an old tree. I'm not sure that tree was still alive even.
We're
looking at it, it's
Yeah.
pretty hollow.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do. I was that lady. She's 15.
Oh, boy.
You know what happens in the last one here?
I get mine. You're the secretary. You're it.
You called worse, I'll tell you that. Is this
I think that's your name in front there.
Oh, I
Probably
didn't
is.
even notice. I'm just lucky to be here.
Hello, young man. How's everything?
Pretty good.
Glad you could make it, have a full.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, Tom just told me that the ordinance we were looking for the planning and zoning of the rezoning that's been pulled, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. The cup. You know what I mean for the CrossFit gym?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
So that conditional use thing.
Look like, yeah, look like a,
Yeah, that's the other way.
that's
Apparently.
a good use for it for me.
Yes, sir.
So we don't have much, we don't have anything to use.
We don't have much except for like Tom. You can hear me.
Tom and Jim.
Just so know that cup withdrawal can be an official action. So then once we elect the chairman, vice chair, then we'll still need to read the item and then I'll let everyone know it's been pulled and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Accepting it.
Got it.
Chris,
We didn't get them.
did you get my email, the way you have it down is wrong? I never get them.
I don't have it.
That's why I resent it to you again, because they had a U or something behind your
Yeah.
name or something.
I sent you an email. I sent you an email.
Did you get the email?
I sent you one that my email address on your list is wrong.
Is it? We sent to the new one.
No, I forwarded it to him because it was the wrong.
So you didn't get it when we sent it the second time?
The U is still in there. It's embark mail, MBARQ, MAIL, no U.
Yeah, we sent it the second time because
It was still in there.
I'm gonna send you another one when you get out here. Send me a confirmation.
Okay.
Did everybody get the attachments? I know yours dropped for some of them.
Yeah, I got it the second time. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yours are.
You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it's 4 p.m. Tuesday, June 11, 2019. The regular meeting of the Salado Planning and Zoning Commission is in session. First item on the agenda, I understand, is to be Don Ferguson.
Yeah, we've got two items that we need to take care of real quick at the beginning. The first item is we need to elect officers. Since we now have a full commission. Jason, so you know, is still technically your alternate member. And so he has still expressed interest in remaining as an alternate. So he continues to be. So to start things off, we need to elect a chairman first, and then we'll advance to vice chairman. We obviously handle the secretarial duties for staff. So what I'll do is I'll kind of start the process. So right now we will accept nominations for the position of chairman.
I'd like to make a nomination. I'd like to nominate someone who's been on the board for a couple of years, knows the ropes, knows how things work here, is dedicated to the proposition of making sure that we have relevant information, someone who is very tenacious and intimidated by no one, Commissioner J.D. Hill. K.D. Hill, excuse me. I know exactly what I mean. K.D. Hill is who I am nominating for chairman.
Any other nominations? Seeing no other nominations, we'll accept the motion that Katie be nominated by acclamation to the position, or be appointed to the position of chairman. So do I have a second for that?
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Katie, you want to be vice chair?
Okay. Do we have a nomination for vice chairman?
Yeah, I'll nominate somebody, but for the same reasons that Tom was nominating KD, I'm going to nominate Tom to be the vice chairman, because I think we do need somebody who's been on the board a little while to handle this. And the rest of us, at least for me, I would like to have a few more under my belt before I jump in and say I want to be a chairman or something. So Tom, I would recommend you.
Second.
Any other nominations? Then I'll call a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
So carries. Do you have any other business?
Yeah, one other item real quickly from our perspective. The minimum lot size task force is interested in having a workshop with you. They just had one with the Board of Aldermen the other day, and they're interested in meeting with you hopefully in the next week or two to just basically have a sit down and kind of talk and get y'all's thoughts and pick your brains on what your feelings are as far as minimum lot sizes. You've got a member on that group that I think they're interested in hearing from the whole body to kind of visit and get some thoughts as they progress. Because they're going to move pretty quickly through the process. After your workshop, they're going to have a public input session where they're going to ask for the public to come in and weigh in. And then I think they're going to get down to the grind and come up with some recommendations to come to the board with. This will not be your last opportunity to give input on the issue. This is just a desire of this group to hear from you all before they get too deep, knowing that you're going to be engaged with them at a later date with whatever final recommendation they bring forward. So is there a particular date that works for you all? I'd like to come up with maybe 2 dates that I could fire at the committee and let them choose which one works best for them. We need to do it before we get out of June, because a couple of those members are going to be exiting.
Do you have some dates in mind?
Looking at it, we've got the next 2 weeks to look at. So it'd be sometime during the week of the 17th or during the week of the 24th. Wednesdays are never a good day. I believe we've got a council meeting on the 25th. It's a workshop, so that day's probably out. Would you all like to maybe sit down with them on the 24th, that Monday?
I can do that.
I'm gonna be gone all of the week of the 17th.
Okay.
I'll be out of town.
Well, just as I am going to be gone the week of the 22nd. I leave the 22nd. I'll come back to the 27th.
27th? Are you back in town on the 27th? Or?
No, I'm driving back on the 27th.
Is this week out of contention?
Yeah, you need 72 hours notice.
Oh.
Tuesdays.
All right.
Who's our representative on that committee?
Not.
Okay.
So,
I can personally do it anytime.
Me too.
This month. Next month's a different matter.
So the only day that you'll both be in town is the 28th?
Well, the 28th is going to be a challenge too. I've got to take some people to the airport on the 28th, but, I could be available, next week after Monday, the 18th.
Paul, when do you leave?
I leave Sunday,
And when you come back?
the following Saturday, 22nd.
Why don't we, sounds like we're gonna be one short either way we look, which is fine. Again, this is the last time we have the opportunity. I mean, this is big in the brain. Why don't we shoot for that 24th? And if we run into a bind on the 24th, is there another date that week that works better or worse for folks? Translation, 25th is out. 6th or 27th will be a good backup day.
They're all fine.
All good? Okay, so we'll let them know one of those 3 days.
What time would it be?
6. Yeah, they're pretty good about that. And they don't meet long, they've set an hour limit on their meetings. So I think that's good. Okay, that's all the business you got from us.
Chrissy, do you have anything before we move on? All right, then I'd like to open the floor for public comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. State your name and address. Call for public comments.
Linda Reynolds, 507 Santa Rosa Road. I was at the Board of Aldermen meeting last week and was so excited that after I suggested we need to put more pressure on sanctuary, Don mentioned that the sanctuaries came in that day to talk about 66 acres and 183 properties. It won't be coming to you, if ever, because the contract for the sanctuary was signed in 2015. But I think because it's building within the community, that's 300 plus acres already in our village, that I hope each of you, especially since the new people, and I know Kraus has read it, and I know KD's probably read it, but you need to see if Don can get you a copy of the sanctuary agreement. It's 250 some pages of a legal agreement about development and what's allowed and what's not. But I think it would be important for members of this board to really read through that and see what was agreed to 4 years ago and because it ought to be able to inform some of your future decisions on future developments, was my thought. It's not posted right now on the website. Maybe we can get Don to post it. I know it's on a few other websites in the village, but maybe Don Kraus can explain to everybody where he found it and read it. But I wanted to just point out that would be a good thing to do. I read it 4 years ago, and I'll probably go and reread it again myself. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Second call? Third call? Okay, public comments are closed. We'll move on to the consent agenda. There's one item on the agenda, or no, there are 2 items on the agenda. The first item is to consider approving some missing minutes of regular and special called meetings. Do I have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve all the items on the consent agenda.
Second.
Question? Or somebody else has to call the question.
No question. Yeah, I'll call. Question.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. The next item is presentation, discussion, and possible action on a cup 19001, our first cup of the year, an application for a conditional use permit to allow for the operation of a health studio, specifically a CrossFit gym at a property zoned local retail located at 113 Salado Plaza Drive in Salado, Bell County, Texas. Chrissy?
Thank you. I just would like to inform the commission that this item has actually been pulled by the applicant. They are no longer seeking a conditional use permit. So we would need to take official action to accept that withdrawal.
Do I have a motion to accept the withdrawal of the conditional use permit?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Call for the question.
All right, all in favor of accepting the withdrawal of the cup, raise your hands. All right, that's the last item on the agenda, so we will adjourn this meeting at 16:13.
That's more like a 14 minutes. And we're done.